This is the Hayward PoolCleaner Poolvergnuegen, if I'm saying that right. It's a really long name, I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's the pool cleaner. This one I've had for a number of years, and it's been there long enough where the name is kind of worn off. These are really great. I mean, they clean the pool fabulous. They work great. Only issue is, over time, and I've had this one, like I said, for a number of years, things break on them. They are plastic. So this is going to be a combo video of two things. One, just how to disassemble it, how to work on it, and how to reassemble it. And then some of the parts that I actually printed on my 3D printer to replace the broken parts. So step one, taking it apart, first you want to remove this nozzle. You can try and grab it and pull it, but sometimes it disconnects, tears in there, depends on how old it is. Just take a flat screwdriver and just kind of lift up a little bit and kind of work your way around on either side, and it usually pops off fairly easy. So once that's off, the next thing you want to do is take off the wheels. So you want to get a regular flat screwdriver and just stick them in the slots that they have there, and once you get it in there, just kind of twist a little bit and it should just pop up. And then once you pull that out, they come off, and then the wheel pops off. I'm going to flip it over, hit this other side, and pop this guy off. And comes off that way. Just an aside, these bearings do go bad and need to be replaced. They just push out. If you can't push it with your thumb, get like a socket or something and put it on the table, and then they just pop through. And they're easy to replace. You can buy them online. Be careful. I bought these that they didn't use stainless steel balls. They use carbon steel balls, and if you can even see on this one, you can see all the rust. They rusted in a matter of a week. So I actually had another one that was stainless, and I had one that was carbon, and I bought the actual balls and replaced the balls. So these are all stainless balls. But these bearings are kind of easy to replace. So once you get that, you want to take these 3 screws out, and once those 3 are loose, this top should just lift up very easily and come off. And you can just drop those 3 screws out, and you'll use them later to put it back together. So this is what it looks like on the inside. Now this piece just lifts off. It doesn't take anything else to take it off, so it just lifts off. And you will see that there's a black piece in here. So I have already replaced this internal mechanism with a 3D printed version. I think you can still buy these online someplace, but I couldn't find one, and I wound up just in CAD drawing this guy. In fact, to get it out, you need to push through. Push on with screwdrivers, push on the end, and there's a I'm just pushing with the screwdriver and just pushing through. I have a long screwdriver, or you can put pliers on this side and pull this guy out, and once you get it clear, then this guy will just come out like that. And then these vanes just slide off like that. So when I opened it up last time, this is what I found. You can see that the gear mechanism that goes to this side was completely worn off, and actually what wound up happening is just over time, the shaft wore down the inside of this piece to a point where then the teeth just completely failed. So you can see how much smaller the shaft size is as it's designed to fit onto the shaft, and there's a lot of meat there. It just wore that completely out. And so I wound up drawing this in CAD. Believe it or not, it looks stupid complicated, but I think it's only 5 features, that it's fairly simple, and I'll go through that with you. But this is what it looks like. It was actually this way. This is what it looks like when I opened it up. So wound up designing that and then printing it. And this is PLA. It's been in my pool for, I mean, not PLA, I'm sorry, PETG. It's been in my pool for 2 weeks now. No, doesn't seem to have any problems. If this doesn't do well in the pool water, and I have a saltwater pool, I'm going to switch to a nylon, but so far so good that this one looks fairly robust. Okay, reassembling this guy. So first thing you want to do is get your main impeller in and just make sure your shaft is back at least flush to there. Put your impeller in and then start to push the shaft in. I can just push it with my hand and grab a screwdriver and at least get it flush on this side. So I'm just going to use my thumb to push on this. You might need, if you need to tap with a hammer, tap it with a hammer, and get that shaft flush here, like that. So see how that's flush right there. It's pushed all the way in. You can see it spins freely. So once you get that in, you want to put the vanes in. So if you look down that tube, you can see the water is going to come this way and up through and out through here, right? So the water's coming towards you. So you want these to catch that water. So they want to be cupped this way. I'll put them in and show you. But if you're looking at this, you want them to be facing away from you as you put them in. So you can just slide them on. They're ambidextrous, so it doesn't matter the direction you put them in. And just put all 6 of them in. And again, you want them to be that direction. So as the water comes up through here, it catches that vane and it turns it that way. So that's the proper orientation. So if you're looking at it from this perspective, they're cupped away from you. So once you have that, just drop your nozzle on and then put your top on here and get your screws lined up. And once your screws are lined up, just and put your screws in. Don't want it really tight, just snug. This isn't holding a lot of force, it's just keeping the top attached to the device. So just don't strip the screws because it's really hard to fix it once you do that. Then you'll be buying a new one. Then just put the wheels on. It doesn't matter which side, just take the wheel and drop it onto that axle and take your clip and push your clip, snap it in place, flip it over, drop this guy onto there, your clip, snap it in place, get your hose, your hose nice and tight on there, and she's reassembled, and that should be good to go. Like I mentioned, the impeller, the vanes, and the replacement gears are all going to be on Thingverse, which the link will be in the description. So if you have any questions, just put a note in the chat and I'll try and respond. Okay, I wanted to real quick, I'm not going to go into huge detail, just show you the files that, the designs that created this. This is, of course, the main impeller. This is that little planetary gear. They're all the same. You just print 6 of them, I think, to replace it. And then this is actually the vane itself. So pretty straightforward. I was optimistic. I think it's 8 features, but I mean, it's, if you're interested, first create a cylinder. Then the hardest part was creating this sketch, which is this profile there. Then once that sketch is created, then I extrude that sketch. Then I pattern the sketch, and that's seems the hardest part. I actually put the hole in the center. That creates the gear. I actually have to create a sketch of the gear on the other side, and then I extrude the gear on the other side, and that's it. So it's pretty easy and straightforward, but I mean, it took me a little while to get there for all of the measurements and stuff to make sure everything was right. But that is the CAD side.